CHICKEN. Use the code chicken in the shop. CHICKEN. Use the code
Guys, the Chicken's here bringing another Booch video. In today's video, guys, very fired up because we got bombers over in Warships and we are we're crushing it with them. We're crushing it with them. So see here, we got rocket choppers on the main base now. They're kind of fun. I don't know, they're goofy. Let me know what you guys think of them down below in the comment section. And guys, make sure, if you didn't know already, I actually had this expire myself the other day. CHICKEN. Use code chicken in the shop. The giveaway is happening in about 2 or 3 weeks from the time this is going to be posted. So just to give you guys a heads up on that, we're giving away $100 worth of Apple just gift cards for the game. I'm going to start saying that. It's so much easier. Gift cards for however you play the games. Just as a thank you for people that have been supporting by using the code in the shop. Okay, guys, we have bombers. Let's go over how to use them. So, a couple different ways how to use them. You can use them with scorchers, you can use them with heavies, and you can use them with riflemen. There's a lot of variants here. Sorry if my glasses fog up. It is extremely hot again. We got another heat wave today. I think it was 40 degrees Celsius in the humidity, which is insane for chicken. I know it's not as hot as some other places, but you know, we're in Canada. We're used to the crazy whatever weather, blah blah blah. Okay, all right, so a couple different ways to use them. I like using them with bullet and energy drink. Now here's the thing: at 5 engines, right? The idea, it's still a base race for sure. You're gonna clear the map. I actually find the attacks a lot easier at 5 ERs than 4 ERs, because at 4 ERs it was like, you know, a couple minute things. And the battles came down to seconds. At 5 engines, you know, if you have bombers, if you have all the tools, you're going to be doing okay. And I don't know, it's the same thing more or less. It's just the base is a lot spread out, and now we have bombardiers. So now here's how I've been doing it, and I've been having some pretty good success with it. So if they have a sky shield and 2 shock launchers like on this base, we want to keep the heavies moving. So we take out the sky shield, we take out the shock launchers, and then the whole idea is to free clear and split. You don't want to be rushing all in one go. So this works really well here because we're gonna get a nice split from both sides of the troops here. And yeah, I don't know. 2:30 plus is a pretty good time for this. I wouldn't be too concerned otherwise. Okay, let's go like that. There we go. And okay, so it looks like. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We need to go like this. We need to get an energy drink, and we need to go artillery. And boom, there we go. So 2:30. That's not a bad time. Now I'll show you over here on defense. Now I'll show you guys my base. Basically, the way I have it set up is I have 2 engines over up here on the right. I have a sky shield there, protecting the shock launcher and those 2 engines. And I initially had my 3rd engine over here, but I found that with the bombers, they're able to spread out and free clear so easily that they could kind of get and attack all the base at the same time. So what I did that really helped was I moved 1 engine down in this corner, and that really kind of, I don't know why the thing's slowing up. It's probably because my equipment is so hot up here. But yeah, that really slowed them down a little bit. I wasn't even looking at the time. I don't know if we won there. 143. Wait, what? Oh. That was weird. 239, okay. Well, this thing is glitching out like crazy. What is going on? Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Now, let's just get into another live attack here and just kind of break it down as we go, because you know, there's a lot to unpack at 5 engines, but yeah, overall, I mean, we went from rank. I went all the way down to 17.5. We got up to 19.5 pretty easily, just like free clearing with heavies and bombers. So from here on out, now we got to 19.5. We're kind of back on the same level ground as everyone. It's a little frustrating, honestly, because I didn't have a lot of, you know, I finished in rank 23 last season, right? So there's not really any point in the tech tree where I'm like really far ahead of everyone else. Other than when it, you know, first lands, that's really a good time to push. But other than that, if you have like a mediocre finish, then you're kind of just in the middle of the pack, and it's just a bit of a slugfest. And it's slow, man. It's a slow grind. Like at 4 engines, it was. I wouldn't go as far to say that it wasn't fun, but it definitely became like extremely grindy right there. But we had a good window to push today, so we're trying to take we're trying to take advantage of that. So yeah, basically I throw a bullet in the middle. I go bombers in behind. And then we just kind of free clear from there. Now this guy does have a sky shield, and I want to take this down. And it's not because, 1, 2, 3. It's not because we can't get through it. It's because to free clear through the sky shield, especially towards the end, we don't want to have to deal with that. We want to be able to flare directly onto the engine rooms. Because that's going to be like... That's going to be basically where the battle is won or lost. You know, when you kind of get down to the end and you get to the point where you're about ready to flare straight onto the engine rooms. That's, you know, it makes a big difference in time. Now, the biggest thing, I guess, on some of these bases is the fact that we don't really have tools to get rid of mines. So you have to be very careful about where the bombers are going to walk. I find that's kind of like the most important thing. This is going to be good. We got Bullet coming up there. He's going to start tanking for the bombers. So now that we know that that's happening, let's take care of that barrage and quickly shock that boom cannon. You got to kind of, you know, zoom out and... How long ago did that freeze? Okay, and we are back, guys. You can probably tell how frustrated the chicken is getting by the amount of sweat on my face that, you know, after every cutscene we come back to. I'm having a ton of technical issues. This video might be a lot shorter than my normal ones. I'm going to try to piece together whatever we ended up with. I'm going to show you guys this replay really quickly because we kind of half showed the battle. Essentially, what we ended up with was we just free cleared with heavies and bombers, and I mean, I actually stopped playing the last like 30 seconds of this attack, and we still won. Just because I was trying to deal with this computer stuff. So, but that's basically it. You know, it's not a super complex attack. You're just free clearing with heavies and bombers, and basically what I do on defense is I just try to waste their time, right? That's all that you want to do in a base race meta. So by having the engine down there on the right, it splits up the troops, so they have to really walk far, or they have to really spread out on the initial drop to make it work. So that's kind of the idea. So if you get nothing else out of the video, then hopefully that helps you, because my god, this is frustrating, man. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna complain, because that's not fun for anybody to watch. But it you know, it can be frustrating sometimes, especially when it's just like equipment stuff, because it's like, man, I knew if I had like a decent computer, we wouldn't have any of these issues. But that aside, guys, let's try to focus up here. So we're gonna go 1, 2 barrage, 1, 2, 3. I still have rank 4 barrage and rank 4 artillery. We'll show you guys the tech tree after we get through a couple attacks here. But yeah, essentially, nothing has changed. I haven't really upgraded anything, except I did, of course, max out bombers. I had enough tokens left over for that. But yeah, so let's take out this boom mine with artillery. And I'm so zoomed out here because we have 2 attacks on the go at once, right? That's the idea. Now I got Bullet over there on the left, so I'm not too worried about boom cannon. I'm not really worried about anything. The side the Bullet goes to, you can kind of just let go and just throw off an energy drink every now and then. And the other side's the one that you want to baby, because you want to make sure that there's heavies alive, or the bombers are in a good enough spot. Okay, once this heavy goes down, we're probably going to need to shock this boom cannon right here. Okay, we're looking pretty good, though. We're looking pretty good. So let's go with Bullet on this side. Let's go with the shock over here. We have lost all our heavies on the right, so that's what we need to be focused on. Come on, don't catch on fire. Okay, let's go like this, and I can't flare yet. Now we can flare. And yeah, that might cost us, but that's okay. Oh, man. There we go, 216. That's not a good time. That's not a good time. So, I mean, yeah. But if you're too spread out, yeah. Then if you're too spread out, you're going to have some issues as well. So, it's all about just finding the right time to kind of flare onto the engines at the last minute. We'll try to do another battle here. Man, chickens are getting soaked. Oh, man. I have AC, but it doesn't really reach up to the second floor that well. Alright, so we got engines for days. Let's try a bit of an audible here. Let's go with let's go with shock knuckles. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 heavies. 1, 2, 3, 4 bombers. And let's just bully our way up this side, and then 1, 2, 3. Let's just bully our way up the right side, and then use gunboat energy on everything else, or on this last engine up over here. 4. And then we're gonna go all artilleries. See how the troops are doing. They're gonna clear that side, no problem. So this guy's whole base design is, you know, he's assuming that either you're not going to get through the very end with the sky shield with the amount of GBE that you have to waste on this engine up top, or he's thinking that you're going to have to clear both. So let's see how this works out here. Now, we definitely don't have enough GBE left to deal with the sky shield, but by the time that we get there, we're going to have a lot of bombers left. We're going to have all our bombers left. We might have a couple heavies if we're lucky here. Okay, now I really want Bullet to get a shock perfect angle for Bullet. That is good, and I want to save my shocks for the very end because both shock launchers are actually wide open to hit with our shock bombs. So I'm not going to need shock knuckles. We can switch that up. So let's start to do that now. Let's go one up there. And, okay, so here's what his whole base is banking on. So we'll go shock back there. You see we can hit that shock launcher, and we can also hit this one. Let's go like this. And we got everything under shock. But what we don't have... Oof, that was a mean one. Okay, there we go. And let's just try to spread the bombers out. They're just sitting right on top of each other. That's exactly what we don't want to be happening right now. Yeah, that we got screwed on that one because the shock launchers ended up hitting literally all of our bombers in one go. So, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought they would spread out a little bit more. I guess the corner they hugged that wall. How is that engine still up? Ah, man, Chicken's not having a good time. Not having a good time today. But I mean, you know, regardless, like I think we got you guys the important info there. Anyways, if you know, it does get easier once you get the bombers, and our base might need a little bit of work, but I mean, we can just shop around, check out on the leaderboards who's leading at 5 engines, and kind of go off that. But essentially, you want to make like one really hard spot, and then one spot that's just kind of out of the way. That's the whole idea. It's not too crazy. But yeah, okay. I think we'll do one more. We'll do one more. let's end this sweaty video on a good note, guys, with tons of technical difficulties and everything like that. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. I do appreciate if you use the code Chicken in the shop. I swear, all of that will go towards a new computer fund, so we don't have any of these issues. Although it does seem to be working okay for now. So let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's throw everyone out. This is a weird base. Let's throw everyone out on the left. And then we'll come over here. And we'll deal with everybody on the right. So they can take out the sniper and then go left. That's fine. Oh no, they want to go right. Okay. Well, we're going to flare them up here because that's stupid to go right. That's actually a really good place for that little sniper tower because it does kind of pull everybody. Now this guy's very low level defense. He doesn't have any shock launchers. It looks like he's a bit rushed to go to 5 ER, but then you know, at this point, if you're going to do that, you're really going to get hit hard because you're going to be playing against dummies like Chicken that have, you know, kind of maxed out defenses for this kind of area. But we'll see. We'll see. It's not over to the fat chicken sings. Let's go like that. Now I still have shock knuckles, but I think that's gonna work well for actually for what we're going against here because this is kind of like a clustered base. So let's see. Let's go with the shock right over there. And I'm just going to clear out the front a little bit, then we're just going to flare. I've got enough heavies that it doesn't matter. So we can start the flare party right now. We also have enough shock knuckles and things like that, so let's just go like this. And we're going to shock bomb right here. And then we have so many bombers, so as soon as we get like one round of shocks off, or one round of shots off, then we can just kind of flare right on to the next one. So we're going to get a pretty solid time here. It still took us a while because, I mean, we had to walk all the way around his base, but 237, that's okay. Like I said, 230 plus is kind of what you're aiming for at 5 engines. So we'll see how Fran is making out against us. Okay, looks like Fran's going to have a bit of a rough time. He's got Bullet going left by himself. I guess just to take out the shock launcher, that's kind of interesting. He's got heavies and medics. You're seeing a lot of different strategies up here. I wouldn't recommend using the Fran attack. That looks a little bit goofy, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So I'll show you guys the tech tree real quick. Like I said, nothing's changed other than I haven't upgraded Scorchers. We maxed out Bombardiers. Next, I'm going to go for Shock Blaster and then Seekers and, well, maybe Shock Blaster troop damage. We'll see how that goes, but we'll let that unfold as it will. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, it froze again. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. I really do appreciate if you use the code CHICKEN in the shop. And we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.